Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Wisdom Seekers University. Yeah. We back, and I'm about to go into reproduction right quick. So, reproduction, in the regular sense of the word, we all understand that it means to reproduce something, right? For sure. But let's really look at it for what it's actually saying, right? So, when we reproduce something, it's the action or process of making a copy of something. Copy is the key word. The production of offspring by a sexual or asexual process, uh, which is a form of the first definition, the reproduction, which is a form of the action or process of making a copy of something. Now, it's a copy of a work of art, especially a print or photograph of a painting. All right. So now we got made to imitate the style of an earlier period or of a particular artist or craftsman. The quality of reproduced sound. All right. See if we can get to some origin. So now, let's go back to the top. Say the action or process of making a copy of something. All right. So that means it's something that already is. It's already what it is. It's just making a copy of it. All right. But it's just like, of course, if it's a copy, it's not the original, but it's a copy of it, right? So unless uh, a smaller version or a different version, y'all know what I'm saying. A weaker aspect of it, and percentage wise, but wholly something in itself, basically. All right. I ain't trying to get too twisted on it. I'm trying to keep it straight to the point, right? So now we go to the next definition: the production of an offspring by a sexual or asexual process. So understand that when we are born, we are copies of what? Our mother and our dad, right? And they are copies of their mothers and their dads, and their mothers and their dads, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on, right? So it's letting you know you are like all, basically. Everything in you is the same as everyone else. Okay. A copy of a work of art, especially a print or photograph or something. Now that's when it kind of leads you into the simulation and the hologram and all that kind of stuff, right? A hologram, simulation, a copy of something, not the real thing, a reflection, a fragment, something that's mirroring something, right? It's all that. So now, when it comes to sexual reproduction, why is it not sexual production? Why is it sexual reproduction and not sexual production? Answer me that. Read me that riddle. All right, so let's go to something else. Let's go to production, right? Since we did reproduction, let's go to production. That's only right. See the difference. Let's see the difference. Okay. All right, production. Production is the action of making or manufacturing from components or raw materials, or the process of being so. manufactured. The process of or financial and administrative management involved in making a movie, play, or record. The process of or financial and administrative management involved in making a movie, play, or record. A movie, play, or record, especially when viewed in terms of its making or staging. The overall sound of a musical recording, the way a record is produced. Say production. The origin of the word production is Middle English via Old French, right? From Latin production, from producer, meaning bring forth, like produce, right? It means to bring forth. At the end of the day, production means to bring something forth. So now, when we speak of reproduction, right, it's like to bring something forth that was already here. Like bring it again, bring it back again, reproduce it, bring it back again, do it again. Hey, we messed up the song, you need to redo it. You need to reproduce it. You follow what I'm saying? So have we already been produced before, and we're just simply a reproduction? Of what we've already been, but maybe a little bit better, right? Because sometimes a person reproduces something that they didn't do right. That's why they have to reproduce it, because they didn't do it right the first time, so they got to reproduce it. See, there's many ways to look at things, right? And that's the first step to knowing all things. Well, it's no one way of looking at no thing. That's why it's no thing, because it ain't one thing. It's no thing because it's not one thing. All right. So now, let's go to the prefix of re, right quick, just so all of us should know. But let's do this because we know. All right. So re, a prefix, according originally in long words from Latin, used with the meaning again, or again and again. Wow. See, I didn't know they was gonna get that deep. Had no idea they was gonna get that deep with it, right? It say again and again to indicate repetition, or with the meaning back or backward, to indicate withdrawal or backward motion, regenerate, refurbish, retype, retrace, revert. All right, so now, aside from the fact that it's saying again, like I was saying, and again and again. So when people say, hey, do you believe that you're going to come back again, or whatever the case, do you believe in eternal life, right? If you're a true religious person, you're going to say, yes, I believe in eternal life, and that's all there is. But if you're kind of shaky about it, you're going to be like, yeah, but I could be cheated out my eternal life. You know what I'm saying? I can get eternal damnation too. That's how they feel. Which, okay, I'm not going to lean left or right about that, right? Because everything's straight up the middle. But what I'm going to again is this. Is when it says to indicate back or backward, right? I have this thing I always say that when you're born, you actually, people think they live in, they just, they live in their future. But to me, you live in your past. When you're born, you're actually died. That's the first day of death, so to speak. Right? You begin to die once you are born. And then once you get to death state, you are dying to be born again, basically. Right? See what I'm saying? It's like a loop, or like a wave, right? You come out, you grow, so you're going up the ladder as you grow. You're going up the hill. You are the hill, right? The hill is bulging out. The hill is bulging. All right. So now think about the hill or the wave, the top of the wave. I forgot what they call it. I think it's the crest or something like that. But the top of the hill, right? Top of a wave. That's your mother's belly coming out, right? So you can see the picture now. So you the hill, you that mountain. That's the mound. All right. So now it goes up. And then when she bursts you out at the top, right? When she put you out at the top, at the peak, you become the cornerstone, right? You become the cornerstone. So now you come out, boom. It's like a water slide, right? Now you sliding down the water slide. Sliding down the water slide. When you come out, we going down, right? That's when you're born. The slide of life. You sliding through life. We gliding through. We breezing through. You feel me? So now, we done breezed through life. So now you down at the bottom again. And that's when you enter into the well of the belly again, right? You down at the bottom again. You understand? So now you need some help to get up the ladder, to slide back up to the top of the mountain, right? Or to grow into a mountain again. But imagine being sliding up and down the mountain as well, understanding that you are the mound, though, right? Understanding that's the better. So now you need some help to get pushed back up again. So now, what do you need? You need strength, right? It's some type of power got to push you up the mountain. So you need to be shot up there. So that's again with the sexual reproduction. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What shoots out, and so a shoot out. You need help from a man, from the power, from the father, so to speak, right? But you call no man on earth your father, right? So you know it's energy and everything. Boom, compulsion, nuclear explosion, a blast. So now you catch this blast, you go up the hill, born again, right? And then you try this cycle over again. So I hope I made sense of what I'm saying. Well, I know I made sense of what I'm saying. So that's how you bring it. That's how you see it, bringing it down to the senses. I brought it down to the senses so you can see it. All right, we all came down to the senses. We slid down to the senses. You know, to grow up is to actually grow down. To grow down is to grow up. Okay. Um, let's see what else I can give y'all right quick. Let's see what else I can give you. Let's see. So we did that. I think that was my main idea, though. I think that was the main idea. I don't think I need to beat it too long. Just trying to give you something to think about. I ain't trying to be what you think about. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make it do what you gonna. I gotta let you do what you want to do with it. But yeah, you see, it mean backward motion and all that. Like I say, the main idea is You was reproduced, right? You a copy of your mother and your daddy. You are male and female, period. All right? But on the outside, if you're a male, you are primarily a man, right? A male, right? Because we all are men, right? So you primarily a male. If you're a female, you primarily a woman. So we get that. That's simple. So that means on the inside, you're a small amount of the opposite. And that's what's going to interconnect you with your polar opposite in the universe. Once you get in tune with that inner energy that's in you, that's hid and that's dormant, that's minute, the most minute things are the big things, are the sum of big things, are the sum of everything. Okay? The minute thing is the sum of all things. All right? So, yeah, let me get out of here on this topic. We was talking about reproduction. You know what I mean? Peace.